Well, I did say we were gonna change up our paint job when I actually remembered to do that going forward. And thankfully, we do have enough colors now to warrant that. We might show off maybe 2 or 3 episodes a piece per color, but more might get a lot going forward for all I know. It turns out there was something I said was mistaken about the paint jobs. Turns out these were tied to skill points too, not just passively playing through the game to unlock them. I noticed this at points where we had a message pop up that said that there was more stuff unlocked at Slim's shack. Not only that, this a thing too. I didn't notice that this would be unlocked when you got enough skill points as well. You could change up the formation of your scoop nose, or just nose entirely. But like with the wings, this is completely cosmetic. They're not tied to leveling up, or not leveling up, getting the skill point to fully maximize your ship's capabilities. So if you want to get these, go for it, I guess. I don't know if I'll do it, but that's a thing. More of these might get unlocked throughout the rest of the game, but I'm not sure. And I already bought our paint job ahead of time, which is the Orksong Green. So get used to see this because chances are with how I want to plan things out, we might not be sticking with this color for long because I want to show out the other colors too. Which means, greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Ratchet Clank, going Commando. Previously, we went on a bit of a backtracking venture, revisiting previous planets, while becoming quite the vandal along the way. It was all the newest skill points though, trust me. I didn't do it just because willy-nilly. Well, it was kind of fun, not gonna lie. We also got a lot of bolts as well off-screen, or on-screen rather. But I did get some more off-screen too, because I found out the next weapon I want to get, it's still a little bit out of my budget to acquire. And considering that I didn't want to play through any of the arenas to get the bolts, because I might end up leveling up off-screen, which is something I don't want to do. So I made a compromise. I got myself 200,000 bolts, so a little bit of on that amount. I almost maxed out my next nanotech health upgrade, but I did not do that, so you didn't miss anything while I was grinding off screen, which I did for both bolts and raritanium. So we'll be close to leveling up our health, and we'll have a bit of a head start getting the next weapon that will be unlocked to us, which will happen in our next destination, which is where we'll be headed to today, the Megacorp Armory in Todano. This is one planet that I do remember a little bit in past playthroughs, mainly because for the music that we'll hear and the presentation too, more or less. So as we can see, it looks quite snazzy, quite the tourist attraction as we saw in the last episode, well, not last episode, in the movie we saw to get the coordinates to this planet. As we can see, there are a bunch of tour guides, not tour guides, tourists here that will be aided by a tourist, not tourist, a Megacorp tour guide in the form of a Fizzwitcher bot. Which, speaking of this whole planet, I gotta get my next weapon set loaded out, so give me a minute and I'll coordinate my weapon wheel in the way that I want to for the sake of this level. So this is what our weapon wheel is looking like. Most of the weapons that we don't have upgraded yet, that's there just because I had nothing else to replace it. And all these gadgets just to be safe ahead of time, because I've been fumbling on that in the last couple levels when I want to get my gadgets prepped in the weapon wheel ahead of time. I have not been doing that, but I want to make sure I change that this time around. So our first skill point out to get... Oh god. Okay, hopefully I didn't take out any of these tourists. So first things first, this tour group that we are aiding, so to speak. We're kind of acting as a guide for them as a form of security, because a skill point here is to make sure that the entire tour goes smoothly without any of the tourists getting destroyed. One of them might have gotten destroyed, I just didn't notice, but it's okay. You can retry this as many times as you need with that bus over there exiting and re-entering the map in order to get this skill point. It's not that hard to do, just take out some of the enemy squirrels that are about with any strong weapon, and you should be fine. One little audio bug about... Oh, I got it on the first try. Sweet. I thought for sure that I did miss out on... I got... Almost missed that. Be sure to get into this little capsule in time before the Fifth Switcher bot spawns, otherwise you'll miss on that platinum bolt. Anyways, as I was saying... what was I saying, actually? I kind of got distracted by the platinum bolt that I kind of lost my train of thought. Right, I think it was about the tourists. You can retry this map as many times as you need to get this skill point to save the tourists from getting destroyed. As you can see, that bus does re-enter and circle back to the exit over there. So not that hard to do once you have a strong enough weapon that doesn't destroy any of the tourists by accident, but also can neutralize the enemies here at the same time. I believe these enemies are known as... There's still something squirrels. I don't know off the top of my head. Just give me a minute while I find my place, my notes again. They were known as the mutant test squirrels, so nothing too grandiose about them. They're pretty easy to take out too. I believe they're like the swarmer enemies of this entire planet. And what I was gonna say was that normally the Fifth Switcher bot is supposed to give out information pertaining to each landmark of the tour, but in an audio bug for the PS3 version, he doesn't do that. He just upset leaves the group whenever they do get to one of these rockets, which he's supposed to say some stuff that's supposed to give like tourist information about the entire tour, but he doesn't do that in the PS3 version for whatever reason. It's just another audio glitch. Like that, we can break these to get some bolts. And I know that we can destroy the rockets too, because those also pertain to a skill point. So I'm just use vaporizer ammo to start because I'm not worried about trying to use this anymore. Is that gonna... There we go. And sure enough, it breaks the rocket. We do enough damage. I believe for this skill point, we have to destroy all the rockets in the vicinity. So we'll do that. And I suppose we'll use something with the mini rocket tube as well. Whoops. Well, it's good I got the skill point already, otherwise I would have failed that by taking out that tourist by accident. As long as we're here, is there a... Yeah, I completely missed the weapons vendor at the start of the level, because I want to get that skill point for seeing the tourists out of the way immediately. I believe it's called You're My Hero. It was one of the few that I was able to get by heart for the longest time. Plasma coil. Right, I want to get enough bolts to get the coil and the hover bomb gun, but we'll save on getting the hover bomb gun for later. I have no worries about getting bolts for this at this point. Actually, I think this is the last weapon I want to get that we can reasonably afford, and it will also be unlocked by story progression. So that's the last major thing I want to collect in terms of these weapons, in other words. And now I can add this very quickly to the weapon wheel, the plasma coil, something that we saw get unlocked a few levels ago, but now is in our possession since we had enough bolts to acquire it. We'll switch back to this. I also want to make sure I get the hang of quick change again, because I have not been doing that as well recently, because I've been very careful on wanting to make sure that I have all my weapons upgraded. So that one tried to take off, but it failed to do so. I think this last one will take off once we do give it enough damage. We'll do this again. I'm not gonna go back to the weapons vendor. We spent too much time here as it is. There we go. Got a skill point. Easy peasy. We'll get some of this. Ooh, another for Ratchet. So one thing I would point out with the skill points, not only the more you get paint jobs for your ship unlocked, but also in the skill points menu on the specials section of the main menu, you'll also get costumes that unlock the more skill points you get for Ratchet. I won't show all these right now. I think they're best seen for the post game. I never really used any of those before, come to think of it, because it's something that I just don't think to do in repeat playthroughs. Something I should really fix. And now we're approaching the main part of Todano. So thanks to a box breaker, we can break up all these little segments on this path. Oh yeah, that's what happens with the rockets. I always forget that's a thing. So the last rocket you take out when it launches off, it ends up destroying an enemy right there where it landed. It's a pretty tough foe too, so this was a pretty good blessing in disguise that just happened to us. And now to find out which way to go. I believe over there, that's the main path, so we'll be going to that right now. So we'll be heading over here, and I use this stinking infiltrator again. Thankfully not a big path to, that's what I thought. Not a big path to go through. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like the first quote-unquote real infiltrator gate that we have to maneuver through upon getting that gadget. But y'all know how I feel by now. The infiltrator, I do not like it one bit. Thankfully that was one of the easier gates we had to go through. Now that was a robot that was taken up by the rocket just a few moments ago. I believe it's called a Megacorp security robot, or something like that. I should know that right now, but I don't have my notes up because my laptop decided to blue screen in the middle of me trying to go through this place. But don't worry, it's rebooting as we speak. So I'll know what big that big robot was called very soon. Just gotta know it's powerful. It can hurt you for quite a bit of damage. It can shoot from afar like so. So make sure to use strong weapons like that to take it out. I should really switch to my mini rocket tube again. Just watch out for those mines. They'll take a few seconds to activate before they do wind up activating and exploding, I guess. Exploding is the right word for it. No, switch to the mini rocket tube. Thank you. Don't shoot the mine, please. I don't want to waste ammo. I already wasted a lot as it is trying to take out those rockets. And then we can take this elevator to go down. This segment shouldn't be that long to go through. But I might end up remembering wrong. Now we got more Mega Core troops to take care of. I believe these are the V2 model. You can tell that they are different based on the blue color of their leggings. They're supposed to be stronger than the ones we fought before back on, say, Planet Dabo. Ah, great, another infiltrator. I'm pretty sure I know where this leads to. It'll take us off the beaten path for a bit. Oh god, look at how much look at how long that strip is on the right. That's just absurd. The worst thing about using this infiltrator is that it does not respond well when you're utilizing the left stick, because it may go in a direction that you don't want it to go. Oh, thank God. Oh, I hate the Infiltrator so much. Do you see why I hate this thing? I just can't see enough bad things about it. It's so terrible. God, I wish they brought back the Trespasser. That was so much more manageable. And not on a time limit either, so you can take as long as you want with that gadget. Thankfully, I don't think the Infiltrator comes back in the future games, as far as I know. But I'm pretty sure it gets replaced by something else later on, so that's something to look forward to the day I get to the next game, if I get to it. I'm pretty sure I will. I like this series a lot. But thankfully, the successor, quote-unquote, to the Infiltrator, I'm pretty sure it's not as much of a headache-inducing thing as that gadget is. Just terrible. I'll use the bouncer then. I forgot there's a lot of troopers around here in this spot. They're getting spawned by those green points, those circles on the ground. Believe it or not, this is a side path like I said before, but it's filled up with quite the robust pack of enemies that are not gonna go down without a fight. Like these troopers, for example. As I mentioned before, they tend to work pretty well in a group. Oh, another increased by tick. Wow, that's like 3 today. Granted, I set the first one up, but still, it's still a pretty good sign that we are getting that much health in such a relatively short amount of time. Oh, great, another one. I forgot how many of these spots there were. Oh, they're terrible. At least this was not as big as the last strip. Down there? Nope. I know I've got so much worse at using the Infiltrator over the years. Because it's like a quick memory game you have to react to. Otherwise, if you don't react fast enough, it's gonna send you all the way back to start like you've seen so many times already. It's just the worst thing. But that what we did take on when there was a lot of sections we had to hit, that was optional for good reason. It had a now-tech boost.
Angela Cross, calling Ratchet on secure band 7 Echo Foxtrot.
Ratchet here. Angela? Is that your name?
Ratchet was calling you something quite different.
Oh, was he now? Anyway, I'm just calling to warn you that Thugs for Less have taken over my flying lab.
But were the thugs not working for you?
Not anymore. Apparently, someone's made them a better offer. I tell you, between the thugs and the Protopet, this whole galaxy's heading for—
Wait, say again? Protopet?
Oh, yeah, it's what they're calling the experiment now. Here, watch this.
Why is Billy sad? Is he cold, hungry, or maybe just...
Oh, no, take it away!
lonely? Introducing the Megacore Protopet. Your child will shriek with joy when he meets our adorable friend. Wanna play ball? So does the Protopet. Need a partner for tag? Go find the Protopet. Up for some cops and robbers?
Help! Police!
So is you-know-who. Just ask Billy. The Megacore Protopet. Stop by Planet Bolden and get yours free from Abercrombie Fizzwidget himself.
You mean that thing is going to be a pet?
Megacorp intends to market a killer. That is simply unconscionable.
Which is exactly what I've been trying to tell you. There will be disastrous consequences for the entire galaxy if that monster is distributed.
We must get through to Mr. Fizzwidget.
If you still think he'll listen, you should try to catch him on the planet Bolden. I'll upload the coordinates.
This could be our last chance.
I thought that this was not gonna be anything special. I forgot we would get coordinates to a future planet here. Was that the main path? Because I'm pretty sure the facility over there, that's supposed to be the main path. Let's find out. Yeah, this is optional. I'm pretty sure, but it did take coordinates to Planet Bolden, so not really optional. It was kind of mandatory. I kind of forgot that did lead to somewhere important. So that's where we're supposed to go. But I think we're gonna hold that off until next time because I'm not sure how long this episode's gonna be. I already up to 26 minutes in length. It might end up being a shorter episode, or it might not, or it might end up being average length. I might not know until later. Well, I won't know until later. But next time we'll be going to that facility, which is where our main attention of Todano is supposed to be. Until we meet again, farewell for now.